I am back and I will be recording this first episode today. Let's hope it does not lag that much. So, today I will be finishing up this library that I was making. I did most of it. I just pretty much need to get some floor plans in here, obviously finish up these, so let's start off with this. So the design I am using for this is a pretty basic design where, yeah, I can cover that one, where I replace pieces of it to make it look like it is falling apart, and it'll look a lot like, where is it? Where's the finished ones? Did I? Oh, they're up here. So it'll look a lot like this. So it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It looks like it's kind of old and battered, tattered up, if that's even a word. But yeah, that's what it'll start to look like. I think I worked. Oh my god, I worked until like I want to say like 4 in the morning last night after I did that recording that I posted. So yeah, I was working until about 4 in the morning doing this. So much fun, huh? But I mean, it came out. I feel like it came out looking nice. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if it even muted, but there might be no audio for a while. Or, not for a while, but for like a short period of time. I think that one is done that I just did. I mean, they don't all have to be like super destroyed. There could be just a couple ones missing in every one. Or some of them could be pretty much perfectly fine. Like the ones in the back here, I'll just probably get 1 or 2 of these. Or stuff like that, Make it look kind of torn apart, but not like completely destroyed. Which I think I'm kind of repeating myself already. So let's get like that. No, let's change this one right here, and then right there. So that one's pretty torn apart. I think the other ones will be like a little pieces missing, Very slight destruction. Cause who will go away, please? I'm trying to record. Dogs, am I right? So this one I'm feeling like I'll take out 3 of these, replace this, and I'll actually take this one out and put it like that. So that looks like it got hit by something from the front and just pretty much destroyed it. I actually like that look a lot. That looks pretty cool in my opinion. I also was thinking about like right here in the middle. I'm not sure if this is the greatest idea, but I mean I kind of like the idea of it. Putting a, like, what are they called? Not a round table. Like the general round tables, like people sit around the outside, but I want to make one where it's, hello, how are you? Where it's like, say, this 2 bookshelves right here, or 3. You could like walk in the middle, pretty much, and you'll have like, oh, why? You stupid! Oh my god. Oh, cool Viagra commercials, am I right? I love erections. Oh my god. So like that, where I'm gonna have like a raised up table somewhat, and then Whoa, background noise. So I guess something like this. What? So like that. So you can walk into the middle. It'll be like a raised up table. So I'll just leave that. I did not mean that. I'm crying myself to sleep now. We can play it off as a typo. Stranger danger. I think this one's pretty much, for the most part, done. Recording, by the way. You call for adults. So what I'm thinking is I'm not gonna edit these because I think that'll look kind of stupid, you know, just having one little thing like that. So I'm actually not even sure what I'm gonna do with these. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them or like replace that with something. So a little later on we will figure that out after I finish the rest of these. So yeah. In the meantime, I would like to probably tell a story about something that has happened to me. So let's go. The story I would like to tell is about, this happened, sorry about the background noise, but this happened maybe 2 years ago. So that's my brother walking, by the way. The story starts off by me and a couple friends hanging out. Whoa, crazy lag right there. Hold on. I need to get OBS back up. Alright. So, the story starts off with me and a couple friends just hanging out. And this day, well actually, I think I was like 16. And we had been, back when I was 16, I used to smoke like a lot of weed. And so I was, young, felt like I was indestructible. And, when you feel like that, it's usually a bad idea to drive. But, when you're young, you're like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. So we all got into the car and started driving away. And I think it was about 3 in the morning, and we were all like gone high. And so we went to go pick up our friend Brian, or we'll just say Brian. I don't really care. He doesn't really care if I say his name. You're probably not gonna know him. So yeah, we went to go pick up our friend Brian, who actually was planning on bringing alcohol that night. And when he got into the car, when we got him, he put his bag on the front seat passenger side. It was a duffel bag with like whiskey in it, and think some beer, I'm not sure, but he put that on the floor, and as he was getting in, he stepped on the bag and broke it. So there was broken glass, obviously whiskey everywhere, and then we were so high that we didn't really notice the smell of it. So as we were driving, we're cleaning it up. He's cleaning it up and like throwing the glass pieces out of the window, and he was also pretty high when we picked him up. So we were all like, yo, let's go to fucking, or sorry about my language, let's all go to freaking Jack in the Box. So we're all going. We got like, I don't even know how much food. We get there and we order maybe like $80 worth of food, and we're just like, yo, we're all feeling great. So we decide to pull down this dirt road that we usually go to, and at the end of it, it's a dirt cul-de-sac. So I guess we were in my truck, but it's a pretty safe area to go at night because people don't drive on it because it's dirt. But as we were driving down the street, this cop in front of us pulls into these apartments, and he looks like he's just pulling into the apartments to do like his runs. And so we don't really pay much attention to it. We're not driving crazy. I'm pretty responsible with how I'm driving right now, being pretty conscious of everything. And so we get to the back of the street, and we all start taking our food out, and then out of nowhere he pulls up behind us and turns on his lights. And I mean, obviously if you're pretty high and you're driving, you're gonna start to be like, oh shit. So we obviously had weed in the car, alcohol, but all the alcohol was in the carpet. And well, we didn't have alcohol. There was like alcohol soaked into the carpet. And so I wasn't really worried about getting a ticket for about driving drunk, but I was pretty high. So, you know, like, you're always like wondering, like, oh shoot, what if, like, just what if? So the cop pulls up to the window and he's like, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? And I respond with, no, not really. And so he says back to me, well, I could smell your truck from about 3 blocks away. And then the first thing that runs through my head is, oh shit, he probably thinks I'm driving drunk because the entire truck smells like whiskey. So we start talking to him, and he's like, I need your license and registration. And so after he walks back to his car, after I give him all that, hello Dad, after we give him my license and registration, he walks back maybe 10 minutes later and answers a call on the radio, and about 5 minutes later there's about 7 police officers blocking off the road behind us, and we're pretty much sitting there thinking that we're completely screwed because we're all baked and driving around at 3 in the morning. And also there was minors in the car, so I was also worried about, you know, getting a ticket for driving minors. But then it takes about half an hour for the highway patrol officer to get there. And when he gets there, he walks up to the window and says, I need you to follow me. So I get out as calmly as I can and start to follow him. Little information about this. I am wearing a tank top and shorts, and it is about 30 degrees outside, so I am shivering profusely and quite intensely. I don't think that's the right word to say there, but profusely, but, you know, I don't really care. So, I'm shivering my ass off, and so he starts giving me the test, and he says, put your finger on your nose and raise your leg into the air and try to balance. And, I mean, I can't really do that because I'm a little too high to do that. But he then, what was the next one? Oh, he told me to clap my hands front to back, so like palm to the back of your hand, and count 1, 2, and get progressively faster. And so I start to do that. I messed up maybe once or twice, and he stops me. Then he looks at me and says, well, you know, all those other tests are kind of bull, so as long as you pass this one, you should be fine. And he pulls out the breathalyzer, and I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna ace this, because I wasn't drinking at all. And what do you know? I blow a 0, 0, 0. I'm not saying it's okay to drive high, because, you know, you won't get blow numbers on a breathalyzer, but so he looks at me and says, as far as you're concerned with me, you're all fine, but the local police here might have an issue with you driving minors around at 3 in the morning. So he releases me. I go back to the truck, and we're just kind of sitting there. There's just about 4 police officers surrounding the truck, every corner, and then maybe 4 police officers blocking off the road behind us. And he walks up, the main officer walks up to the window and tells me that you should not be driving around at 3 in the morning with other people in the car, and especially not while high. And he says, especially not while high. So we already pretty much knew that he was onto us, so he asked us if there was weed in the car. He asked us all to get out. They search the car, they find weed in a bong, and we're pretty much sitting there thinking that we're going to jail, because when police officers find weed in a bong, I think the video's frozen. Oh, no, there it goes. Sorry about that. So when police officers find weed in a bong, you're pretty much screwed. So we're all sitting there like thinking of how we're gonna tell our parents that we're going to jail. And then he starts searching my friends, and he finds more weed on my friend. And so we're all pretty much freaking out because they found a lot of weed in a bong. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how much time I'm gonna get for being the one that's driving. So I'd say about 15 minutes pass. We're sitting on the ground, on like the side of the road. They're going through the truck, and then the main officer responds to a call, and out of nowhere, he looks at us and says, "You guys are getting off lucky tonight. There's more pressing matters. Weed is for losers. Don't smoke weed, you losers." And it takes about 10 minutes for us to realize that we just got away with being caught with weed. So we're all pretty much in shock. And by this point, one of my friends was pretty much dying from anxiety, and he was trying to, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, but he was sitting there rocking back and forth on the side of the road. So we all kind of look at each other, and one of my friends looks at me and goes, "Yo, that was the trillest cop ever." Not sure why he said that, but you know, we were all still pretty high. And we all start laughing, and then I come to the realization that we all just got off really lucky, and that we should probably go home. And So we pretty much fight through the shock of just getting let off by getting caught with weed. And so I start driving them home. And then it starts to wear off, like the high. And then I realize how bad the truck stinks like whiskey. And I'm not even scared about telling my mom that I just got let off. The first thing I'm thinking is I cannot let my mom get into this truck and smell how bad it smells. So I'd say for about 5 months I hid the keys from her and did not let her enter the truck or pretty much go anywhere close to it. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be stupid and don't drive around your words, English please, mouth. What I'm pretty much trying to say is don't drive around while you're high, and don't bring alcohol in your car. Also, don't drive around with minors after 12, because there's a chance that you will go to jail and you will pretty much regret that decision the rest of your life. I got lucky, most people won't. Don't take the chance and be smart about it. So, yep, I'm done, guys. That was my story. And join me back for the next episode. And I will see you guys later. Bye.